G'day everybody. See, one thing I'm trying to teach people out there is once you've tried everything when it comes, you know you're in the right, right? And then everybody tries everything when it comes to the law. But what happens when all that fails, right? And everyone's tried the good way and they know they're in the right, they're innocent, right? What do? They go to the media, don't they? And the media, if they want to, they think it's worthy enough for making money and it's not going to hurt the people that make their money, right? The media will take your story. But if you're not in that class, just like it is said, maybe you're going to hurt the people that make their money, right? Or something like that, or your story's just not good enough, right? You can't go to the media, but it's still the truth, isn't it? You're still innocent. Just they're not going to make what they want. So what do you do there? Don't you become your own media? Wouldn't that be the thing you do? So you become your own media. Can't we do that? Isn't that free speech? Isn't that meant to be our right? Is to become our own media, like speaking to people one by one. But instead of doing that, because you know you're innocent, so you should be allowed to do it. And you just want to fix the problem. And you've said once the problem's fixed, you're going to fix the other problems, right? Wouldn't you do that? And then you can show people, because that's why we go to the media, because we realise once people know they can't hide the truth, they fix it, don't they? But like I said, what happens if you don't go to the media? Do you do what I do? Because that's hard, because the police work with the system, and the system's corrupted, as I've talked about before. There's things that are not right, right, in the system. So you can call that corruption to some people. Right? How I call it, it's corruption. See, I couldn't be a police officer because of the way I think and the laws I believe. And being a police officer will break those laws because they only enforce the laws. They don't make the laws. See, I'd have to be in something if I'm going to be into the law that gets to make the laws, not just enforce the law. Right? You enforce the law person is like a minion. You're just a minion. And you're part of the system and you have to agree to the system. So you're part of the system no matter what system it is. But anyway, I'm gone out of the track of talking about what I want to talk about. But I've pretty much got my point across. Is that what can you do when you can't? You've done everything. You've done everything as much as you can, and you've even done things where now you got to tell other people to look at these other people because they don't think you're worthy of anything, and so you've done that as well. And then those people even think that the other people are right, and because they're not doing anything, right? Those people will give you actually excuses that the people can actually pull off. The people can pull off typing in a thing and finding a channel. If it's too hard, they'll find a way. People do it all the time. I see kids even doing that, finding a way to see something. But certain authorities use excuses, as I say, and they would say certain things that they can't do certain things, which is disappointing. But anyway, I've got posts about it. That's why I'm saying that. Anyway, I'm not going to say too much more because I'm probably going to get into trouble because I'm talking about the system that makes money. And what happens when you stop people from making money? They do get upset. But I don't want to stop anyone from making money. I just want people to do the right thing. I'm not here to stop people from making money. I'm just here to give my opinion. And as a little nobody person anyway, what can I do except speak? People don't want to hear about this and they think it's wrong. They don't have to listen. Right? And if people are worried that people are listening, well, I can go off in a group. Right? I do want to leave. So if you don't like what I've got to say, just help me out to leave. There's a hint for you. Right? That'll be the righteous way for the devil minion. Is just go, let's just help him out and let him leave. Right? Or if you want people to stay, you go, let's help them out and make them feel like we want them to stay. It's simple as that, isn't it? Other than that, I'm going to feed my babies. I haven't got them to feed yet. And I went out there earlier and they weren't around, but they must have seen me because they're around now. Hey, babies, and that's good that they're not being around. See, I've been teaching my own little babies too because I don't want them to get hooked on me feeding them. So occasionally I deliberately not feed them, even though I know I can't feed them. But the last week or so we've kept some food and I've been feeding them a different way. And I can feed them now. And I've been feeding them so I don't have to spend so much and they get some food when they really need it, because they can go out and find some food. And so I only feed them mostly on the days where it's been wet and down for a bit. And I notice that's when they want to come and eat more. So that's when I should save the food for the babies. Hey! As I've been learning over time with them the last year of how I should feed them and what I should do with my babies. That's what I do. And I pretty much know a lot of things about the birds now. And I've got them all down pat and what I want to do with them. And as soon as I can, I'm going to move on to another animal, because that's what I do. But anyway, other people can do that too. You can, and when you move on and you're really studying them and you get to love them, because when you study things, you can get to know more things. And if you don't love it after you study it, that's fine. You know what you call that, and you just think, oh, it's just not me, but it's still doing its thing and it's a creature. We all know that, right? That's not your spirit animal. That's how I see things. That's not going to ever be your spirit animal. The more you don't connect to it, the more it's not your spirit animal, okay, people? And that'll help you. And the more you've already connected to things that you haven't connected to, that's a sign that that may be one of your top spirit animals. And you maybe need to go connect with those animals to find out if it really is your spirit animal, or are you affectionate over that spirit animal. Okay, people? Because I used to have things like that. You'd think you want certain things for the ego, but it's not. Anyway, because one of my top ones at the moment is birds. I sat back to find out. I've got a few actually tops. I'll get into that I've already didn't know I didn't really have. But I had it because I had connections. And I always knew they were there. I just didn't connect hard enough. Hey, babies. It's like with the birds. Like I said, the birds used to be my enemy a while back because of my ego and needed to sleep in certain ways I had to live. But now I killed all that and I've actually gotten used to them. I like to hear them. That's what we were like in the old days. We used to sleep very easy because we used to like to hear that was animals around, and you can get used to it. That's right, hey babies. Yeah, my coatees. Anyway, I'm going to finish up there. And have a good day, or a good night, or a good one. Bye.